This week on Portland Cooks, it's a big lie. We're not actually in Portland. I'm standing on the slopes of Mount Bachelor in Bend, and we're going to experience some of Bend's finest cooking. 3 chefs from around the area. We're going to start off with our friend Joe. He's from Allyson's kitchen, and he's going to be making a bacon-wrapped chicken cutlets. We're going to move over to a bit of southern style, and Steve from Zydeco is going to make some duck. And finally, my favorite, yes, it's the fettuccine carbonara. It's a little cold to have my apron on, but I'm still ready to sizzle. All right, that's it. Well, this week's Portland Cooks, we've come to Bend, and we're in Allyson's kitchen, and we're here with Joe Morgan. Joe, you are the man of all trades here, beverage director, instructor, chef extraordinaire. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right, you're going to make a couple of dishes for us today, or you're making a dish for us today. We have 3 separate chefs on the show today who are going to give us a taste of Bend. Now, here at Allyson's kitchen in the Old Mill District, what are you going to make for us today, Joe?
Well, today we're going to take some local product, at least Oregon or Northwest product. We're going to take some local chicken breast. We're going to wrap it in some double thick applewood smoked bacon from the valley. We're going to sear that off in the oven. Meanwhile, we're going to cook off some turned potatoes as the starch of the dish. We're also going to make a wild mushroom sauce. So
let's go through the individual ingredients, Joe, that you're going to put into this dish.
All right. First and foremost, we've got our cleaned chicken cutlets, hard-cooked, double-thick bacon, turned white potatoes. We've got our Oregon wild mushrooms, fresh herbs, some chives, obviously the spinach. All right, first things first, we need to do what takes longest. So I'm going to take a little bit of marinade.
So what was the first thing we put in there?
First thing is shallots.
Shallots.
Just give a little bit of an oniony flavor. And then we're going to take some rosemary and some fresh thyme. Just throw that in there like so. We got the shallots, the herb. Now we're going to add a little bit of kosher salt. Some fresh ground black pepper. Pretty straightforward. A little bit of oil, because without oil it's not a marinade. And I'm going to put in a little bit of sherry vinegar.
I can smell that sherry vinegar.
Isn't that good?
That's great.
Adds a nice aromatic and a little bit of tang to it. Now the bacon, as I said, double thick at least. We're going to use the whole slice. Take our chicken cutlet, form it, and you're going to lay it like so. Come around with your bacon.
Oh, so the bacon's sort of wrapped around the outside.
Much like a filet mignon.
Yeah.
So it's going to shrink around the chicken. Like that.
Almost like a mouth-sized bite.
It is. We're going to do 2 of these per dish. So we're going to set these right in there.
Nice.
Turn our heat back a little bit. Meanwhile, over here on the side, I'm going to take, I have some bacon drippings that I reserved from the bacon. So of course I want to complement the dish with a little bit of this. Doesn't need much.
This goes into your second saute pan.
Into the second saute pan. That'll be for the potatoes. See if we can give these a turn. Turn them carefully. Whenever you're flipping something in a saute pan, flip it away from you. Oh yeah, that's the color we're looking for. That way if it splashes away from you, not on you.
Right. Nice.
We've got the convection oven going here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and I'm going to drop them down below into the oven. And there they'll be. I'm going to transfer burners over to here. So what we're going to do here, a turned potato is just basically cut. So we're going to start at the front, and we're going to work our way to the back, like so. Same thing, try to leave a point on it. Around the front, 1 over the top, 1 down each side. That's going to give you 5 sides. And what that does, when you caramelize and saute these, they're going to get a nice color on them. They'll have ridges. It'll be more appealing on the plate. And we'll lay those on their sides so they can start cooking. Nice hot oil so it doesn't soak up the grease.
We love the sound of sizzling on this show.
Sizzle. So we're going to let those sit on their side rather than just toss them around and chase them around the pan. We're going to let them sear on each side and get nice color.
That's perfect, and that is the perfect opportunity for us to tell you. We're going to find out a little bit more about why we're in Bend and a little bit about Bend itself. We'll be back when these potatoes are done right here on Portland Cooks.
Well, Bend is kind of a remarkable place. I've said many times, I don't know very many people who live in Bend because they can't make more money somewhere else. But people live in Bend for a reason. I think that speaks very, very highly of the kind of people who do live here. And it's a very community-involved community. And it is something that if you're here in business in Bend, there is a certain expectation that's placed on you to be involved and to help make your community better. And, really that fits with our ethic. It fits with the way we've always behaved. And, if we don't sell quite as much beer as a result, well, I think that's something we're willing to accept.
Welcome back to Portland Cooks. I'm Nick Miles, and we're with Joe Morgan. We're at Allyson's Kitchen in Bend. What are we making next, Joe?
All right, well, we're going to finish these potatoes. As you can see, they've got a beautiful golden brown crust to them. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add the fresh herb. Toss those about a little bit so the herb can coat them, and we're going to set those aside.
We still have the chicken in the oven with
looking gorgeous.
With the bacon wrapped around it.
All right, so now I've got this saucepan. What we're going to do here, so I'm going to add a little bit of just normal canola oil, olive oil blend, just a touch. Fair amount of shallots. We're going to get that cooking until those are lightly translucent. Now what I have for this mushroom sauce is the reserved mushroom broth. Once these shallots get sauteed up, we're going to put this in there and we're going to reduce this down and make it thicker so the concentration of flavor is much greater in our sauce.
Nice.
Then we'll add in the mushrooms, a little bit of sherry, and some cream, salt, and pepper, and we'll let it reduce.
Nice.
So we're going to take this broth, add about that much. Then we'll actually finish the sauce with some chives, so I'll cut those now. I'm going to get those as thin as possible. Okay, you can see that this is starting to get reduced. It's getting thick and bubbly. I'm going to add a little bit of cream. Then we'll add in the wild mushrooms. A little salt and pepper. Okay,
so reducing that down.
Yep. So I'm going to take a look at the chicken down below.
Wow.
I'll take those out to the plate. If you look, you can see a little bit of white coming out of the chicken. That's a good indicator that it's done. All right. So I've got a little bit of the reserved chicken juice here. I'm going to deglaze with a little bit of sherry vinegar. And get that good chicken off the bottom. I'm going to throw in a little bit of extra shallot, probably about a teaspoon. A little bit of garlic. I'm going to take this, which is spinach, and set it right on top. A lot of spinach turns into a little bit of spinach very quickly, and we don't want to cook this down too far. Actually, at this point, I'm probably safe just to turn the heat off and work the spinach from there. We'll just work the spinach around the pan just a little bit, just to wilt it. Okay, so the spinach, set right up towards the back of the plate. Take the chicken.
Now you've taken the skewers out of the chicken, right?
Skewers out of the chicken. That was just to hold the bacon in place. Now we have the mushroom sauce. A little bit on the front. You don't want to bury them. You want to be able to see all that good color you developed. We're going to take these turned potatoes.
All right, so bacon, which is wrapped around chicken, the mushroom sauce, the spinach, and the potatoes. Complete recipe right there at PortlandCooksTV.com. We will get to taste this at the end of the show. When we come back, another Bend restaurant with another great dish when Portland Cooks returns.